In one of the most shocking moments Tulsa King has delivered this season, the calm and controlled world of Dwight Manfredi's operation takes a bloody turn inside the barrel room at Montague Distilleries. The sequence begins innocently enough, with Leery insisting that he wants to inspect the barrel room himself. Trying to maintain a facade of cooperation, Bigfoot and Goodie comply, guiding him through the heavy wooden doors into the dimly lit space filled with stacked casks of aging liquor. But what happens next quickly transforms what was supposed to be a routine inspection into a nightmarish accident, or perhaps something far more deliberate. As soon as Leery begins his inspection, he starts pointing out numerous supposed violations. His critical remarks come fast and sharp. He notes safety hazards, storage mismanagement, and quality control issues that, if reported, could easily justify shutting down the distillery. The tension in the air is palpable. For Bigfoot, who's been trying to hold things together under mounting pressure, this is the final straw. Acting on impulse and driven by the fear of losing everything, he makes a split-second decision, one that changes the course of the episode entirely. With a subtle but forceful push, he destabilizes several barrels stacked precariously high. In an instant, chaos erupts. The heavy casks come crashing down, and Leery doesn't even have time to react. The sound echoes through the room, the violent thud of wood and the shattering of a man's life. When the dust settles, Goodie rushes to check the aftermath, only to be horrified by what he sees. Leery's head crushed beneath the fallen barrels. The realization hits them like a freight train. Leery is dead. Up until this point, Season 3 of Tulsa King had been moving at a relatively subdued pace. Some viewers may have found its storytelling slower and less intense compared to the earlier seasons. But this scene, it jolts the show back to life. The sheer unpredictability of it, the sudden, brutal violence emerging from an otherwise calm setup, is jaw-dropping. You might have expected Bigfoot to give Leery a scare or maybe knock him unconscious to stop the inspection. But the sight of blood and brain matter smeared across the floor takes the episode to a darker, more visceral place. It's grotesque, shocking, and strangely riveting. A moment that reminds viewers that in Manfredi's world, chaos can strike at any second. Once the initial shock fades, the crew scrambles to figure out what to do next. As Cleo begins setting the stage for the evening's festivities upstairs, Goodie quietly pulls Mitch aside, urging him to come to the barrel room and see the disaster for himself. Mitch, ever the pragmatist, assesses the scene and quickly formulates a cover story. His solution is cold and calculated. They'll stage the death to look like a tragic workplace accident. If they play it right, the authorities won't dig too deeply, and Montague Distilleries can keep operating under the radar. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Tulsa, trouble is brewing. Sackrider grows uneasy after realizing that Leery hasn't checked in, prompting Jeremiah to seize the opportunity for a show of dominance. Determined to remind everyone who's truly in charge, Jeremiah heads to Montague Distilleries with his men, ready to make a statement. By the time Dwight and Tyson finally arrive at the venue, tension is already in the air.